So in order for you to know about AWS, you need to understand what cloud computing is all about actually. Why AWS and what we are gonna do with AWS and what we are gonna do in AWS services, how we are gonna use it in our industry standard, in our daily job role and everything. Okay. We will discuss most part of the services in the later part of the course. Currently, I have started cloud computing because in AWS, one of the service we need is EC2. In EC2, we are gonna take the instances or servers, and from there we are gonna troubleshoot, use it, and everything. Okay, that is why I have started cloud computing first. Then we will go into the AWS service. Then we will go with Linux and everything. Okay, this will be our going forward agenda actually. So coming to cloud computing, right? Why cloud computing came actually, and what is its necessity, and what are its advantages and everything actually. Before you see, right, in our industry actually there will be mostly three types actually. We divide the industry into three types. The first will be MNCs, okay? The Amazon, Google, the Accenture, all these guys actually. Okay, and the second will be middle based companies where you will see like having only 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 companies around. Okay, and the next ones are the small based companies or the startup ones, which you usually see only 2 or 3 companies around in the India or somewhere around in Australia, something around. Okay, if you see in these three company, everyone have their own capital, right? It is not like all the MNCs capital and the small startup companies capital is same. MNCs have a huge million billion also of capital actually, but whereas in the startup based companies their capital is less. So let us say I am me Hussein. I want to start a startup. Okay, when I want to uh, do a startup or when I want to create a startup, so at that point of time, let us say my capital is only just 1 million. Okay, 1 million is not much, but I'm just saying as an example. And let us say the MNC capital is this is the startup capital and this is the MNC capital. If you see, right, there is a lot of difference between the startup capital and the MNC capital. Okay, so in as a startup capital, what I need to all take care, first of all, I need to see what type of application I want to design, how many employees. I need only just 20 employees initially. Okay, be it be developers, QA guys, designers, and maybe some other ops guys. Okay, let us just assume these guys. Okay, as of now, as a startup, I only need these guys. But whereas in a MNC, right, you have a lot of capital. You need a lot more guys like managers for managing all those. You will be needing the service owners, product managers, everyone. Okay. So at this point here, if you see the employees are increasing in a MNC, the capital is high, whereas in a startup the capital is low, the employees are low, whereas the requirement is also low. But when you see compared to a startup and MNC, even the resources also there will be a lot of differences. The resources that require in a MNC are huge, whereas in a startup is very less. Okay, so let us say this guy want to develop an application, but his only budget is 1 million. So first of all, he needs some servers. He needs some database for his application. He need the backend points. He need the monitoring. There is a lot of dependencies. Okay, when you see an application actually around it. Similarly, MNC also required all these things. But when the MNC has the budget, there will be some considerations actually. So as a startup, right? If he want to take a building, let us say uh, he want to have some servers. Okay, so let us say if the startup itself he want to create his own servers, he want to manage his own servers. So the first thing he need is a building. Okay, in that building he need the servers installed or server setup. In order to manage that servers, he need the ground level people, workers. Again, he need the infrastructure like ACs, those manageable things, generators and everything to manage that particular entire building. Okay, and the next thing which he need is obviously the networking engineers and the infra engineers which need to set up and manage those servers. If you see, right, even the budget is increasing beyond these developers, QA, designers. Let us say manpower, even the manpower is increased if you want to create his own servers and if you want to manage his own servers. And even the building cost, even the rental cost, okay, even the power cost. So this 1 million won't even be sufficed just for starting the servers and managing the servers. Okay, but his entire capital is only 1 million. But an MNC can manage, he has 100 million capital. Okay, even if he take 10 million for managing a server, owning a building and everything, he still have 90 million for the rest of it to take care actually. Okay, so at this point, so what the startup capital, there is a concept that which came is cloud computing. So what cloud computing means is we will be having the set of services. Okay, the computing services means you will have the servers, storage, databases, or the networking, or the necessary software which you need. Okay, or there will be some other things like internet, everything. Okay, so all these services will be provided via internet, over the internet. That means you don't need a building, or you don't need to rent a building, you don't need to maintain your own servers and everything. What cloud computing offers is, over the internet you can access a variety or range of services, just like networking, storage, databases, everything actually, even the softwares and everything. Did you got that?
Mm. Yes, yes, sir.
Sashi, this topic is actually, yeah, every topic is important. I always tells that, but one thing you always need to remember, remember the concept, Sashi. Don't always
Yes.
remember the theory, and it was always waste actually. Remember the concept, like what is cloud computing, and the next thing you should always remember is about the one good thing is this. No one will ask you actually, like what is cloud computing? Tell me, blah blah blah. You won't get it. But when this cloud computing concepts and everything which I'm going to discuss, in the future, if you want to take up for a certification, there will be certifications actually. As you grow up on your career, you need to have some certifications in your resume. Similarly, AWS offers the certification starts from the uh, this AWS solution architect, AWS cloud practitioner, AWS DevOps engineer certified. There will be many types of certifications actually. So you need this cloud computing. It has a good weightage actually when you write the exam over it. So understanding this cloud computing concepts is necessary.